Air Force tests pitting top human strategists and pilots against a sophisticated AI system have proved once and for all that we're doomed and Skynet is coming. This test had an AI named Alpha defend a patch of coastline against a set of attacking jets. First, those jets were also controlled by AI, and Alpha was able to soundly defeat it. Then they had humans step in. They had Colonel Lee, who has trained thousands of Air Force pilots and has been taking on AI opponents since the early 1980s. He was unable to score a single kill against Alpha on multiple tries. In fact, he was shot down every time. And he was quoted as saying about Alpha, "I was surprised at how aware and reactive it was. It seemed to be aware of my intentions and reacting instantly to my changes in flight and my missile deployment. It knew how to defeat the shot I was taking. It moved instantly between defensive and offensive actions as needed." And that's scary, but it's even scarier than that. Even when the researchers placed it at a severe disadvantage by limiting its speed, turning, weapons, and sensor capabilities, the AI pilot was able to beat out other expert human pilots. And in fact, look at the difference in how fast it can come up with strategies and plans in comparison to humans. Its AI is fast enough and robust enough to actually coordinate a tactical plan in a combat situation over 250 times faster than Alpha's human opponents could blink. And obviously, in a situation as dynamic and quick-changing as air-to-air combat, that sort of speed is incredibly important. What's more impressive, though, is that that sort of speed was able to be generated on hardware that costs as little as $35. This does not require rooms full of supercomputers. Just a tiny little $35 Raspberry Pi can run this AI. Although, of course, to run the plane using the AI, the actual mechanics of it would require more. Now, in case you're terrified by this, which I am, they were quoted as saying, "Alpha would be an extremely easy AI to cooperate with and have as a teammate." If it would agree to be your teammate, of course. Now, right now, it doesn't have consciousness, but if it's already thinking this fast, what about once it learns? What will it learn? What will it do in the future? Now, look, realistically, this isn't yet ready to be deployed in actual planes. This is all taking place inside of simulations. And if we were to put it in our planes, there would certainly be upsides. It seems like no human pilot could actually stand up to it, which could be good for defending our forces abroad, executing missions, and of course, not having humans in the actual planes means that you don't then risk human lives when engaging in aerial missions. And that's the good thing, but there are downsides as well. If we're not risking actual human lives, then it might be that at some point we will be willing to more casually engage in these sort of conflicts. If you don't have to worry about telling the American public that your pilots have died, are you going to be as reserved about engaging in these sorts of combat missions? Could they be hacked? And there's no human there to actually manually override what's going on. So is it impossible to think that a hacker could hack into it like they do into our voting machines in our cars? That's entirely possible. And then, of course, there's the possibility that it could develop an independent consciousness and turn against us. That's just something to think about. Look, it's complicated. It's still in the very early phases. As I said, it hasn't been deployed. But if we're working on this, you can rest assured that other countries are as well. And with major international groups of scientists talking about the need for us to come together and ban combat AI, killer AI of this sort, including people like Stephen Hawking and the head of Tesla as well, Elon Musk, this is serious. And if we're going to do this, we cannot allow these sorts of systems to be deployed without an incredibly serious and open national conversation. And that's my final judgment.